Channel R presents Discover Spotlight, our exclusive series of interviews with the best up-and-coming artists.
Hey, this is Tara from Channel R Discover Spotlight. Today I was chatting to Dutch musician and YouTuber Blanks about his new single, I'm Sorry.
I'm sorry that I left when you pretended to be okay. That wasn't the case. And secretly I knew that I had to stay with you that night. Another mistake.
I was listening to you because I was listening to your album as well, but listening to your single, really like it. Really good song.
Thank you.
I like the title as well. I'm Sorry.
Thank you.
And the concept behind it. So the dilemma, the love story dilemma. It's really good. And that was your personal experience?
Thank you. And yes, it's written from personal experience. I wrote it with a friend of mine who was going through the same thing. We both pursue music, and sometimes that means that you have to give up certain things because it's a very challenging profession. But it kind of sucks sometimes, you know. Sometimes you have to let people down, and you don't want that, but you also want to pursue your dream. So we both had to say something about that, and it felt like we both needed to write this song. So we wrote it in one night, and the vocal in the song is actually one take. We recorded that in the cabin in the woods where we wrote the song, and you can hear birds in the background. I'm not sure if you noticed.
I was just about to say to you, and I heard the birds.
Yes, and they're actually in the vocal take because we did a one taker and the doors were open. But we just thought it was so pure that we kept them in there.
It really is, and it's really good because you can hear that it's authentic, that it's original.
Thank you.
You know, nobody else would do that unless they actually added that, but you can hear it's proper bird song and so authentic, and I think that's really good.
Wow, thank you.
You're more than what it really adds to it. I thought when I heard it, I was like, oh, that's so sweet, especially going along with the theme of the song.
Yeah, it's exactly how we feel. So I'm glad that transfers that message.
Yeah, definitely. I thought it was really sweet. I was like, oh, it's so cute. You can imagine these birds just sitting there singing away with you while you're singing.
Yeah, in some places it's kind of like they're responding to me. It's like a question-answer type of thing.
Then the album that's come from that as well, is that like a story of love and life in the music and life in general, what you need to do and how you need to get there and how you put love into it as well? Is it sort of like a mix of all that as well?
I would say there's like a concept behind the album which is a little different. It's obviously about life, so you got that right. I learned about this Portuguese word saudade. I'm not sure if you've heard of it before.
No.
Okay, so Wikipedia says, I got this explanation right here. It's basically an emotional state of melancholic longing to something you're probably never going to have again. So for me, I have all these great memories with friends going away in summers, spending summer nights at the beach, you know. And every time I think back on them, I'm reminiscing, I get really happy, but also kind of sad because I know I'm never going to experience it just like that.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a very interesting, bittersweet emotion. And I wanted to write songs from that perspective. So I started writing songs from that perspective. And I was thinking, okay, this could be like an album concept. But I thought that word saudade was kind of hard. So I was talking to a friend, the same friend I wrote I'm Sorry with, was talking to the album concept, to him about the album concept, and he said, okay, so basically it means something like nothing lasts forever, but it's okay. And I was like, that's the album title. That's perfect.
Yeah, it is as well, and it's true, and it is true what you say as well. You do have their memories. It's like when you go on holiday, if you've had a holiday romance or you've met people on holiday and you got on so well with, and then you have to leave them, and when you're home, it's like it's never the same, and you do have them happy memories, but you also think it's that sadness of not having that again.
Yeah, and I read somewhere, I'm not sure if this is true, but the Portuguese, the word saudade, it can be translated exactly into other languages, but it also helps the people to live more in the moment, because you realize if you feel saudade, you kind of realize, okay, I need to be in the moment because every moment could potentially end up as one of those memories. So I need to enjoy everything. Yeah. So I thought that was beautiful.
How did you manage to come about into the music? What got you into music?
I started out playing covers in like a high school band, and music always was a hobby. And then I participated in a talent hunt here in the Netherlands, and we got so far that we got to play on national radio. And I was like, wait a second, we're actually playing on radio? This could be like a career. And I actually went to university after that, but I was like, okay, maybe I should try to learn myself how to write and produce songs, because there's something here that happens, and that's actually achievable. So I started like learning about songwriting and production, and I had a YouTube channel. So I thought, why not combine that? So I started posting about me making covers in like 1 hour. People seemed to like it. So the channel blew up basically in a few years' time. And I just thought, okay, I've made so many covers over the last 2 years. I've learned a lot about music production. Why not try to make my original music? And after like 2 years, I feel like I found like my sound. So I had a song which I thought like, this is really blanks. Let's put it out there. And the response was so great, and it's so much fun to make an original song that I decided to make another one and another one. And well, now we're here, and I'm releasing my debut album.
Which is great. And your music's great, and you're singing with the covers was really good as well. The way you sing them again, you're not trying to sound like the person that sang the original song. You make it your own.
Yeah. I always thought that was a very important thing, that I try to make my own version of it, because then, you know, if you try to recreate a cover, people will always be like, but it's not better than the original. And if you make something completely different out of it, people are going to be like surprised, and it's a fun thing, I think.
Yes. You're going to be doing a tour in Europe and the Netherlands, is it this year? It's next week actually. We're going to Ghent, Paris, London, Dublin, and Amsterdam. Oh, you are in London.
And,
what are you doing? Where are you going in London?
This is so bad, but I have to look it up. Let me see, London, O2 Academy.
Oh, the O2 Academy. Very good.
I've never been there before, so I'm really curious.
Oh, you will love it. Are you going to be long in London?
Actually, I think around 8 hours, because we have to drive to Dublin right straight away, and we're coming from Paris, so it's going to be a very packed trip.
Bless you. It's a drive-through.
Yeah, thank you. It's a drive-through. Yeah.
It's a stop, sing, go. Bless.
Yeah. So I hope I can get some sleep.
Yeah, you'll need to. Dublin, you'll enjoy. You'll be in Dublin a bit longer, I would have thought, will you?
Yeah, I think it depends on what we will be able to do there, but I think we'll stay at least for 1 day.
Yeah.
So
that's
get some
good.
time to walk around. Yeah.
You'll be tired at the end of all that. You're rushing around like that for sure.
Yes, definitely. And next year we're doing it all again. We just announced a new tour in May, which is like through the entirety of Europe, which is crazy. We're going from Austria to Germany to Poland to the UK again to Switzerland. It's like all over the place. To Spain, it's actually insane.
Oh, that's great. Well, that's brilliant. You'll have great time. Hopefully next year as well, things will be a lot more easier and a lot more opened up, so you'll be able to enjoy it a lot more as well.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah, definitely. Please, let's hope so.
Yeah.
Have you got any Have you got anything that you would like to do with anyone else? Like do any collaborations?
Oh yes, I would. So this album is like me and some songwriters and producers I work behind the scenes, but I would love to do more artist collaborations next year or on the next project, you know?
Yeah.
So I have this series on my YouTube channel called Blanks Invites, where I work with people from all over the world. So I work with Alfie Templeman, for example, or Dayglow or San Holo, which are like all artists on their own. And I would love to do maybe like an EP or album project with people like that. So just make a song together and release that.
Yes, that would be good. Yeah, and I can see you songwrite with other people, but actually singing with other artists.
Yes.
That would be good. And as you say, do an EP of that sort of thing.
Yeah, that would be great if you can pull that off.
Yeah, definitely. Have you got any other plans then? I know you've got next year, you've got a tour. Have you got any other plans for any more music or for anything else? Start working on the next project. And if that's going to be the collaboration project or something else, I'm not sure yet. But then we have the tour. And then there are plans for the States too, but it's very unsure and uncertain right now because of all the COVID rules. Yeah.
But we're hoping that we can go to the US next year too. And we're going back for a little tour in the Netherlands start of next year. So there's lots of exciting stuff happening.
So you're doing well. You've got a lot going, then ready to go, all being well and all going in the right direction.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Yeah,
That's great. Well, definitely keep you going.
definitely. Yeah.
And I'm sure you'll enjoy it all, for sure.
Yeah, it's all so much fun.
Exactly. Yeah. Have you got any big influences in your music or in the way you write, etc.?
Yeah, I definitely. There are three things that come to mind immediately. The 80s. I mean, I've listened so much to 80s music, and I love the sort of nostalgic, warm vibe of it. I'm not sure why, because I wasn't even born around that time, but there's some sort of fake nostalgia to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I also love, I'm not sure if you know this artist, but he's called John Bellion.
No, I don't know that name.
Okay, he's an artist of his own, but he's also a songwriter who's very successful. He's written songs for Justin Bieber, Miley Cyrus, Maroon 5, all over the last year.
All right.
He's had like multiple hits, and I just love the way he writes a song. And every time I hear a new song by an artist, and I'm like, wait a second, this sounds like John Bellion, and I check the credits, and he wrote it. There's just something, there's a quality to his songwriting that's very recognizable and very soul-touching, I think. So in my music, I always try to incorporate that piece of him. And then sound-wise, I think Tame Impala inspired me a lot. So the drums and the sounds and kind of like the reverby stuff. I feel like I have a more poppy approach than he, but I listen to the Currents album a lot. And that inspired me in a lot of ways.
Well, it sounds like you're on an interesting journey. You've definitely got a lot still to do and a lot still to come.
Yes. Definitely. Very interesting and very challenging and very much fun.
Yeah, well, I wish you all the best and I hope everything goes really well for you. And
thank you.
You never know, next year, if you're back in the UK, I might manage to come and see you.
That will be amazing.
That would be really good, yeah. I will. I'll look out for it and see if I can see when you're coming back.
We're coming back to London on the 19th of May.
Right, okay. And are you doing O2 Academy again there?
I think so.
Yeah, I'll keep a lookout for that then.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And that'll be good to see how you get on with your journey between now and then as well.
A few months, let's see what happens.
Yeah, well, fingers crossed everything goes well for you. I wish you all the best. Everything you've put out at the moment is really good. So I just hope everything goes well for you moving forward.
Thank you so much. Thanks so much for having me.
You're more than welcome. You take care. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Em. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Channel R Discover. The best up-and-coming artists are right here.